So yeah,
People wanted a follow-up video, so here it is.
I don't know if they wanted a follow-up video.
Well, I've seen some people say they are interested.
But I'm excited enough to talk about this game for
Yeah, like I think
a while.
I think we have learned enough interesting things where like it's worth to talk about, because like when we recorded the reactions, obviously we weren't aware of a lot of stuff.
No, it was just our initial reaction to the trailer, and that's all we knew of at that point.
So I definitely think that there is some stuff we can still talk about. And it's things that maybe potentially might actually influence our expectations of the game and our interest, hype, or whatever you want to call it.
Well,
Opinions.
listen. I'm hyped anyway, and I read a lot of the comments of people who are being sour pussies for no... I don't want to say for no reason, because, listen, some people are just being very negative without a lot of reason. It's like, oh, looks like Color Splash, so it's gonna suck. If your reasoning for hating the game is, I prefer the T2ID style gameplay, and I don't care about, like, character interactions or funny dialogue, then yes, sure, I completely understand why you would prefer the T2ID style above the Color Splash style. But for me, actually, I like T2ID and Color Splash about the same, but for completely different reasons.
Yeah, and it's also like people are saying this is gonna suck because it's not the T2ID style of gameplay. It's like obviously
yes,
the T2ID gameplay is better than the Color Splash gameplay.
Yeah,
Like you can't
no
even
doubt about it.
Like you can't even compare the two. They're so different, and it's so obvious which one is the better one.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's suddenly a bad game. It can
Let's put
still
it this way: T2ID
interesting.
does have a lot more replayability because the gameplay actually has substance compared to like Color Splash.
Oh yeah, Color Splash is very basic.
So yeah, like first time playthrough, I'd say T2ID and Color Splash. I liked them both just as much.
Like what Color Splash lacks in gameplay, it just makes up for with buckets of charm.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's what
writing.
I look for in a video game, like funny characters or just characters and funny dialogue and haha, enjoying myself with Lenny, because I played Color Splash along with Lenny and it was a blast.
Yeah.
But anyway, since people seem to be hating on the battle style, I don't think like they can mess this up. It can be super basic, but please realize the potential in this battling system.
Yeah,
don't just brush it to the side.
Yeah, like, because the big thing for me with this game is this looks like Color Splash, but with a much better battle system, or like a battle system with definitely a lot more potential to do interesting
Yes.
stuff. And because like
It has the potential to be very, very intricate.
because like if you think about the battle system in Color Splash, and well, it's the same in Sticker Star, it's that they're extremely basic. It's basically just the only thing about the gameplay system that's like, ooh, this is like a gameplay twist or whatever, is the fact that you have an inventory of attacks that you have to manage, and when you use an attack, it's gone. So you have to make sure you have enough attacks and stuff. Like inventory management, the game. Like that's the
there's
gameplay
barely
gimmick.
any management involved, really.
Well, I mean, there's not much management involved, but I mean, like that's the battle gimmick, and that's quite literally all there is to the gameplay. For the rest, it's just you just take an attack and you attack. There's not a lot to it, and that's why this like new gameplay in Origami King is a lot more interesting, because you're gonna have to do a lot more thinking, since you have to make sure that you have to line up the enemies in so that you have like an opportune times with good positioning, so you can do as much damage as possible. And there were some screenshots where it's like, yeah, there can be a pretty large amount of enemies at one time, so hopefully by the end there will be times where you do really have to think about, what do I want to do with like which enemies do I want to attack first? What are my priorities here? And it's like there is potential there for something interesting. It's definitely not traditional RPG gameplay like in T2ID, but it could still potentially be fun to play.
Yeah. And I do agree that it would be, any kind of battling system would be improved by a badge system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we saw some comments saying like, oh man, I really want there to be badges. And I mean, yeah.
If there's no badges, the game's gonna suck, which is untrue. But, you know.
But true,
like Super Paper Mario didn't have badges and y'all like that one.
Yeah. No, but like, yeah, so far it's really cool, but I do want, like, it would be interesting to see if there are more intricacies to the battle system. And like when you look at some of the screenshots and gameplay, there are a few things. So here's the big thing that we didn't know about when we did our reactions is the fact that, okay, so the ring is part of the gameplay, but in the HUD there is some interesting information. So like for one, there is like you can use attacks. Like weapons is, I think, what they say, like in Japanese at least.
Well,
and
weapons
items
is probably like your move.
So yeah, one is you have an attacking move, and then the other are items. And there was a screenshot where one of the toads in the audience goes like, "Use an ice flower." So like we can assume that items, there will be like healing items, but also like fire flowers, ice flowers, whatever, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like your regular attacks are gonna be separate from a sort of sticker/card system in your items.
That's the big thing. In your weapon, like you have your weapons, and it's just like you have a jump, like your boots, and you have your hammer, and it's just you select an attack and then you do it. It's not like it's an item you're using or wasting or whatever. So like it's
no impossible situations with an e-hammer and the swooper.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. And like, because like in the trailer you could see that Mario was using a shiny boots, which of course, understandably, everyone immediately went like, "Oh god, no! What is this? This sticker star?" Which is perfectly valid. I understand. I was worried when I noticed it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it could just be like a new kind of attack that you can do, or like it's an upgraded jump attack, but it's not like an item that you're using. It's just like it's one of the attacks that you can potentially do. Because what I was thinking is that you can probably get multiple kinds of attacks that affect varying amounts of enemies, or like differing rows, or maybe not even a row, or
AoE.
like one ring, where it's like different areas of effects. It's like you have a hammer attack that attacks like enemies in front of you, but then maybe you have like a quake hammer that attacks like the enemies in front of you, but also like the enemies next to them, maybe. So there's gonna be stuff like that.
It affects like the first ring of enemies, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Like there could so that is interesting, but then one of the big things that I really have no idea what to expect, but there were some buttons that you can use in battles. One of them is to ask hints to Olivia, I think her name was, like the little helper. And then,
she has a name?
Yeah, Olivia. There's a flee button where you can just run from battle, but then there was also a cheer button, and the image next to the cheer button was a toad, so that confirms.
Which sounds like appeal.
Yeah, exactly. So like there is gonna be some audience interaction, but like
I noticed this in our initial like viewing, but I didn't comment on it. Where like there's actually an audience for every battle. Well, every battle I've seen so far has like toads in the audience. They're all toads.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, whatever. But like maybe they can give you stuff like sort of like T2ID.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Man. You can press a button to cheer to the audience and like get them hyped or something, but what would that do? That's still something they haven't talked about. So
maybe it gives you some sort of like extra. Maybe like imagine star power and FP mashed into one.
Yeah, exactly.
And like cheering recovers that, and then you can use that to like shinify your boots and use shiny jump. So like an FP system.
Yeah, that might be interesting, because that's like the one thing that I'm like, this battle system is interesting. I think, like, if you have different attacks with different kinds of areas of effects and whatever, there still needs to be some kind of star power or FP system to manage that, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, there's still a lot of things they obviously haven't talked about yet that they're keeping under wraps. Like what the function of the appeal button is. Well, cheer button. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's also one of the things is that I did some reading, and it is clear that, yeah, while you're going on your adventure, you will meet up with a big cast of wacky characters that will join you on your journey. So, like you see in the trailer, there's the Bob-omb, who goes like, "Hi, I'm Bob-omb." Doesn't have a name, that's kind of weird.
And everybody hated on it because, hello, my name is a Bob-omb.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's stupid, but whatever. Could have just had a name. Well,
but, nah, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah. But the big thing is, like, so you have, there are points in the game where you will have a partner, quote unquote, walking with you. You can talk, like, talking in cutscenes and interacting and stuff like that. Like, you have the Bob-omb. At some point, it seems like Kamek is your partner in that sequence, which is cool. I look forward to that. But the thing that I was thinking about now is, like, why are they there? Like, there has to be some kind of gameplay element to this, but they haven't by the way, shown anything.
In the Chinese trailer, like, one of your partners, which you can actually see in the English trailer, like the Explorer Toad, only in the Chinese trailer, that Toad also appears in battle.
Yeah.
So
it's very, very weird.
It's not gonna be like this is just me predicting it, but I'm pretty sure this is the way it's gonna be. It's not gonna be the partners from T2ID and 64. It's not gonna work like that.
Oh,
it's gonna be, they'll like power you up a bit, maybe, or maybe they'll have some sort of extra effect. Like maybe they can give you special powers. Like maybe the Explorer Toad gives you a pickaxe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like there's no way you're gonna be able to control them and pick like moves or whatever. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. No. But there will be a thing, like, because like if it's just like they do an attack like automatically, like those enemy cards in Color Splash, that might be boring. So that'd be kind of dumb.
That would be super boring.
That'd be super dumb. So like, yeah, maybe it's like this character can have like give you like a buff, or has like a special.
No, listen, attack. I have a better idea. You know what it might be? What if every character has a unique effect on the ring, and like Kamek turns certain spots into like weird spot, like for example, he turns one into lava, he turns one into like ice, and if you then move the enemies onto it, like they get frozen or they get burned or they like explode because there's a bomb. Like maybe stuff like that.
Yeah, there might be some effect, or like every enemy, like every partner maybe has like a special kind of attack that they can use in a battle, like maybe just like once per battle they can do something, whereas like
one unique ability.
Yeah, whereas like for example the Bob-omb, for example, like they can explode and do damage to like a big area of enemies for you, or maybe Kamek has like the ability to like maybe swap certain enemies that are like in different places or whatever.
So basically, very, very downplayed thing cards / stickers. Yeah. Like one powerful attack you can use once.
But I mean, it might still be cool depending on how many different kinds there are. Because like if it's just like, oh, they attack after you attack and like that's it.
Well, the question then is, are they going to stay with you?
Yeah,
because I feel like every part of the game is going to have its unique follower, and so only going to be that follower for that chapter.
I do wonder, because it's clear that there are like the Bob-omb, you see them walking with you for like several like chapters or like levels, whatever you want to call it. So I do wonder how long they will stick around. Maybe it's because like if it's one per like chapter, as in like until you beat the boss, I don't know how many. There's not going to be that many chapters, so it would be a limited amount of partners. And I feel like I've seen a lot more by now. Like, there's like the ones we've seen for sure are Kamek and like Bowser Jr., I guess. Then the Bob-omb, then the Explorer Toad. I guess Bowser, maybe? Does Bowser count?
Yeah.
But then like on the website there's art of like the part where it's like, oh, you're against like the Origami menace or whatever, and you're teaming up with like Bowser and a bunch of partners, and you can also see like a Koopa Troopa, a Spike. I don't remember what other enemies, but like there were a few there. So I wonder like if those are all partners. Like I feel like there are more partners there than there would be chapters.
Yeah. Well, there's not like, unless you count the pipes, the numbered pipes. I think there were 6.
Yeah, there's also...
It's pretty much standard fare ever since Sticker Star was like 6 things.
I think there's also 6 of those ribbons or whatever that attach to Peach's castle. So there's going to be 6 worlds or chapters or whatever you call it. Yeah.
So by the way, you go to the ribbons and then you release their grip from Peach's castle. That's going to be the thing.
Yeah, probably.
And then once all the ribbons are gone, you can go inside the castle and have a nice cake. I don't know. But yeah, actually, our prediction, because we didn't know about it, but our prediction of the beginning of the story is probably gonna be true, where I said like, it's probably gonna be like super normal. You get a letter from Peach like, you're invited to eat a cake. I baked the cake for you. Come to my castle. And then we see this picture of like Mario reading a letter, and pretty much that being the thing. Like, there's an origami festival. Come to my castle.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
that
like,
was pretty obvious. I think that would be the case.
You're gonna go there, and then creepy shit starts happening. You fall into the dungeon, rescue Bowser. Entire escape sequence looks really cool. I can't understand why people are being so negative.
Because it's not 2D.
I know. Like, I understand why people... Like, I like T2ID's gameplay too, but I'm still excited because for me, I enjoyed Color Splash. Like, if people don't enjoy games for their story and characters, then yes, you probably wouldn't like them because the gameplay is super lackluster. But for me, if this game is literally a new Color Splash for the Switch, I'm fine, because it's gonna be a fun and charming game. But there's a potential to be like to have a really intricate battle system, and that just makes me even more excited. So there's no losing for me unless they mess something up royally, which I doubt is gonna happen.
Yeah, so far it really seems to me that there is absolutely no question in my mind whatsoever that this game will be better than Color Splash. Because it looks like Color Splash, but with better gameplay. And some of the things that they've shown about, like, story and character-wise, like you have a partner with you that'll talk with you and have like quips at certain times. The fact that at some point you're hanging out with Kamek and Bowser Jr., so you can like hang out with them, but in like a not enemy kind of relationship and more of a friendly relationship, so you can, I don't know, get to know them better. That's cool.
Which kind of happened in Color Splash, because the enemies were the ones with usually the ones with the most fun dialogue.
Mm-hmm. And then there's and like Bowser, I don't know, like I do wonder how long will you be hanging out with Bowser? If it's just like you have the escape sequence with him and it's cool, but then after that he just like sticks around at like the hub or whatever, that'd be kind of unfortunate.
What if everybody comes together at the end to beat the final boss?
Oh dude.
Like Bowser helps you, Kamek helps you, Bowser Jr. helps you, the Bob helps you.
Okay, yeah, that is my dream for the ending of the game, is that by the end Bowser manages to unfold himself.
Yeah.
And then he helps you out. Like, dude, that'd be the best. Oh my god.
Every time you get another ribbon, or like release another ribbon, and you go to Bowser's castle, like he's slightly more unfolded.
Yeah, suddenly it's like,
I'll get there.
Oh, I finally have an arm again.
Or maybe instead of getting Peach letters, like in Color Splash, you get Bowser letters. It's like, Oh, I fixed another crease. It's working out. Yeah, dude. I'm just. This is gonna be fun, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm just excited. I do hope that since it's because like that's also a thing that I'm not sure exactly if it's like if it's legit or if it's just rumor or whatever. But I think someone did some digging on the eShop, like the code or whatever, and they noticed that apparently like the game is finished. It is done. It is ready to go. It's just they just said, okay, we're gonna release it in 2 months. So now they have time to like work on promotion and stuff.
Yeah, maybe like polish some stuff. I don't know.
And maybe do some like final, maybe like bug tests or whatever. But that's good to hear. So, and I do hope that because there are still a lot of questions, like exactly how the battle gameplay goes. Because they said like, oh, it's an interesting ring-based system. And that's about all they said about it. Like, what's the deal with the crowd, with like the audience? What's the cheer button? What's with the partners? Like the fact that they try to hide the fact that partners are actually in battles. That means to me that they're still hiding some stuff from us.
Yeah.
So I do hope that they probably, I don't know, like maybe like a few weeks before release, that they have like one final trailer where it's like an overview trailer where this is what you'll be doing in Paper Mario the Origami King. And there's probably like a voice, like a cringy voice talking about like, and now you're on this wacky adventure, but you gotta watch out.
Yeah. But here's the question, Lenny. Do I watch all official information? Or do I do my usual thing where I just avoid all of that?
I would say like the pre-release trailers will be fine, especially because it's not going to be that crazy. Like you might not have to worry about spoilers, I think. But I mean, on the other hand, it's 2 months. It's just 2 months. It's like, do you need another trailer?
Oh yeah, by the way, one more thing about Color Splash. It is bar none the game in the series with the best soundtrack.
Color Splash.
There's like no
for sure.
Color Splash. There's no bad track in Color Splash. Any track that I'm like that's not like, oh my god, this is the best. It's just like, oh, I guess this one is okay. But there's no bad music. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, Color Splash.
The soundtrack of Color Splash has so much charm. And like, it's so unique, and there's so many different kinds of tracks. It's so good.
That's for sure. For sure.
I like the trailer music in this, like the booming, like da 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 da. It's like, I'm so excited for the music.
Just the little pretty music that plays when a title appears is like, oh, this is gonna be good. This music is gonna be good. Like it gave me Prisma Splash vibes. But I was like, oh, it's gonna be good.
The like final, I wouldn't say 50 seconds of Prisma Splash is like, man.
No, dude, it's the first minute for me. That's
first minute and then the finish. It's just like,
exactly.
Boom. It's amazing.
Good times ahead of us.
And I remember when we played Color Splash for the Dutch channel way back, and during the credits, our sentiments were pretty much like, yeah, like the gameplay was fine, but you know, we really enjoyed this game.
It was,
and I'm
so
gonna
much
stand
fun.
by that.
Yeah, that's one thing that I was wondering is like, when we played Color Splash, we played it together, and we swapped controllers like every level, I think. But like, that's probably not gonna be the case here, right? Like, I doubt we'll have the time for that. It's unfortunate.
So you wouldn't want to come over, or?
No, dude, I totally would. But it's like, will we have the time for that? Since I know I'll probably be working, you'll be working.
That is a good question, Lenny.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. Because I would love to do that again, where we actually like play together.
Yeah.
Do some
voices
yell
at you for being slow.
Yeah, oh god. Well, no, actually, you won't have to worry about that, because there's a time limit.
Oh, that's true.
or I can
But
just
then there's
waste
gonna be
all our
entire
coins.
stretches where you don't talk because you're concentrating.
Listen.
I'm listening.
If we play together, I'll try my very best.
Yeah, I'm sure. You always do, Lenny, and I commend you for it.
It's not working.
It doesn't mean it's actually good. But yeah, it'll be. I'm excited. I really wanna play the game. And there's no doubt in my mind it'll be at least just as good as Color Splash, which is good for me.
Yeah, if it's as good as Color Splash, I'll be satisfied.
Yes,
If it's better, cool. But
I would prefer it to be better. But yeah. So don't go and be sour pussies. By the way, since I said that at the beginning of the video, how much you want to bet? That's like the first thing people are gonna comment about. Like, we're not sour pussies. You just don't understand. You're part of the problem buying these games. It's like, oh shit, guys, chill.
yeah,
It's fine. You can enjoy anything. Like, sure, I don't like Pokemon, but people can enjoy it. I'm not like my colleague that really enjoys Sword and Shield. I'm like, no, you're Satan. It's like,
Dude.
he can do that.
Dude.
Just let him.
our playthrough is gonna be the complete opposite of the Pokemon playthrough, where we'll be like,
Yes!
"Oh man, this is so fun. This is super cool," and then the comments will be like, "No, it's bad. Shut up."
It's bad because of this. Nah, I think if it's anything like Color Splash, it's like not a lot of people buy it, but for some reason, a lot of people watch videos.
Well, yeah, it's like they don't want to buy it, but it's like, but I still want to see what it's about. So they just
Yeah.
watch gameplay.
Because like all my like Color Splash videos are like super popular. It's like even though people were hating on it, a lot of people are still watching it, like Color Splash content. So I think it'll probably be the same for this game, because guess what? Our trailer reaction has the most views, well, accumulated views faster than the low star points video, T2ID video I worked on for like days and put in so much effort, and then just us talking a bit over a trailer trumps that in like a day.
People want reactions. Simple as that.
So, you know, I think it'll be just as popular as like Color Splash was YouTube wise.
Yeah, for sure. People
Yeah.
people associate you with Paper Mario now, so they want to know your opinions on the new Paper Mario game. So yeah,
I just gave my opinion.
like no kidding. I actually, after the trailer, I was like, oh man, like while working, I was like, oh, I need to listen to some Color Splash music. So I put on some music, like on YouTube, and I kid you not, in one of the things I watched, one of the comments was like mentioning something about Fat Guy, like, oh man, this reminds me of Fat Guy 703's videos or something.
That is a lie.
Nope, I'm dead serious. I'll send it to you after this.
Okay.
But like, yeah, man, you're associated with Paper Mario, so people will want to know your reactions and your opinions on the new Paper Mario game.
Yeah.
So we'll give it to them when the game comes out,
That's
July
fine.
17th.
It'll probably be the biggest new playthrough we'll do for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Sort of like, I guess Pro Mode was pretty big, but ever since then, it's like Pro Mode, Book of Mario, and then now this, probably.
Yeah. It'll be
So,
huge.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, get hype, everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna play it. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. It's like, don't ruin my fun.
But we're
Like,
too.
let me be hype.
But why do you say that when you're ruining everyone's fun with Pokemon?
That is true.
All right, we'll wrap this up now.
Yes, let's wrap it up. Let's fold it up into an origami figure.
And then upload it to YouTube.
Yes. By the way, Scott Shelby is the final boss, I heard.